Uncle Chico, baby.
I ain't even gonna let the beat drop. They hear that sound, they know what time it is. Yes, sir. Uncle Chico.
Oh, my God.
Live and direct.
You ain't lying. Come on now, dog.
Another live.
Come on,
Uncle
man.
Big Dog Chico.
We are live.
It's another one. It's another one, baby. It's another one. Another live. With Unc and Big Dog. With Unc and Big Dog. With Unc and Big Dog. So get ready for it. Unc and Big Dog Chico.
Live and direct. Coming into your earphones from the digital studios of YouTube and all these other things. It's Unc and Chico, the one and only, live and direct. For the thousands and the tens and the millions listening from around the world. Unc, talk to me. How you doing? I see you already shaking your head. You already started. What's going on?
Man, I love them powerful intros you do. Talk about ear holes and coming to you live and from all these. I be like, this dude right here is the funk master, man. The beat be rocking. You come in with that sultry Selma, deep South soul. Uncle Chico doing it to your ear holes.
Shouts out to Killer Diller Roscoe Miller. If y'all know a Killer Diller Roscoe Miller, put it in the chat one time. Killer Diller Roscoe Miller. You ever heard of that guy, Unc?
No, we had a Killer Miller here in Jackson, but he wasn't it's Killer Miller, so I'll leave it at that.
Everybody, if you know Killer Diller Roscoe Miller, who I would guarantee I would put money on, he's still rocking the airwaves somewhere. Unc, he was like a radio DJ across the, like what do you call it, disc jockey, or V, kind of like that, but the radio host. But he also had a late night show that came on like local TV stations around like the mid South or I guess mid Alabama. I guess it didn't reach Jackson, but Killer Diller had the Jerry Curl shag, if you remember, right?
I do, yeah.
And I need to pull up a picture of him while we get going because I guarantee you, I bet you he's still rocking it. He still got the Jerry Curl shag. That probably looked wet, but it was probably dry. It looked wet, but it was probably dry.
And then it looked soft, but it was brick hard. And the texture looked smooth, but you probably couldn't get a comb through
it. Brick hard. Oh man, that's crazy. Let me look this up though. Killer Diller.
Yeah, he's probably y'all public access channel, man, down there.
Public access. Yeah. There you go.
It had about a 5-mile signal from the studio.
And if it rained, that thing will go out, right?
Oh, real shaky, real shaky. Hey, Chico, guess what, man?
Yes, sir.
In the words of Kevin Gates, I only get excited when the Pack touch down.
A Pack must touch down. Goonsville clothing.
Goonsville Scullies have dropped.
Don't call it a comeback.
Scullies have dropped.
Been here for years. Shout out to Antonio Brown, who just liked one of the commercial that with the LL Cool J in the background with all of us on there.
Yeah,
he just liked the reel on Instagram. Shout out to AB.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that the Goonsville family reshared that, tagged everybody, man. But I'm loving the beanies. I'm loving the Scullies. Got a nice little tight fit right there. Yeah, got a gray one that came in and this black and gold one. Because I don't know what y'all thinking, but winter ain't over.
I see you got a cock to the right a little bit. Is that okay?
I I ain't trying to rep nobody. In the words of Ice Cube on one time in the project, say, man, I don't bang, I rock the good rhymes. All I do is rock rhymes, man. Like, I ain't no what set you claiming out, man. Look.
If y'all tuned in during like the Christmas time episode, Unc had the Santa Claus hat on and he said, is this GD or folk?
Yeah, hold on, man. I want to talk about the holidays, so see, you can take that Goonsville that way. You take that Goonsville that way.
Yes, you go right down.
You be neutral, just come right there with that.
There you go. Step back for a second. There's Killer Diller Roscoe Miller for everybody out there wondering who the OG was.
Look at that first picture. Put that first picture up.
That first picture.
That one right there.
He got
Right there with Joe Cooley, man.
He got the handlebar mustache like Hulk Hogan, and he would not let go.
Look at him behind the
of
switchboard right there.
Cool as a whistle.
Man,
cool as a fan, should I say?
I bet you won't blow no whistle after him though. that whistle been in his mouth. That's his whistle.
That's his whistle.
Hey, coach, let me borrow your whistles. Nah, we good. Go. You keep your whistle, man.
Hell no. No. Appreciate everybody joining in this Thursday night live. UNK and Chico on your airwaves. Y'all know how we do it, man. Each and every Sunday night and Thursday night, we get on this thing and we chop it up with everybody out there. We cover a few topics, Coach Prime, Colorado football, anything in sports, or whatever you guys put in the chat that we can react to, whether it's questions or comments. Make sure you put your city and your state in the chat so that we can give you a shout out. Also, mess around and find out about MDJ Original clothing. You need to go to the website right now, mdjoriginal.com. Use the code MDJ10 for 10% off at checkout. Tell them that we sent you. Matter of fact, they'll know we sent you because you used our code. That's all you got to do. Same thing with Law's Whiskey House, right, Unc?
Yeah.
Some.
If you drop the Buffs pregame 10, then they gonna know where it came from.
Off the top, get you some of that Ralphie's Reserve. Y'all see it up there right above my head right there. Get you some Goonsville clothing. Uncle Chico 2025, 10% off at checkout. Yes, indeed. And can't forget about the sale that's going on right now, the special offer that's going on right now at facebyjazz.com. Uncle Neely's Beard Oil, and you get you a, if it's not too late, is it? Get you a Valentine's Day package. You know, better late than never. Get you some right now.
Yeah.
What he said. that gangster dip. Oh, now, hey, let's talk about a few things. I saw you. We were on a few other episodes earlier, making your rounds for the week, Unc, and talking about some things that's in the news. And one of the things is we have 4 Colorado Buffaloes headed to the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. That is 2 Shedeur Sanders, of course, the quarterback. You have Jimmy Horn Jr. being invited. LeJounte Wester will be out there. And also you have, of course, Travis Hunter, the Heisman Trophy winner, who will be, or it looked like he signed up as a DB, a defensive back that he'll be working out as. Can you talk about that? 4 guys that's going, maybe some guys that's not going that we expected to go, and that significance of Travis going into the combine as a defensive back.
Yeah, well, hats off. Congratulations to those 4 guys selected and invited. I've always said there's this thing called the prime effect, right? Where you have this change of temperature, this ripple effect throughout organizations that Coach Prime is involved with, and things are propelled forward. There's a nice bit of momentum with them. But you also have to realize for every yin, there's a yang, and there's this thing called the prime tax as well, yes, where you have an equal but opposite reaction, to all things Coach Prime. Because there's no doubt in my mind that when you saw what Will Shepherd did at the East-West Shrine Bowl, he should have been invited to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis for the NFL Combine. I can say the same thing about Shiloh's performance at the East-West. You can look at BJ Green, those guys who went to the Hula Bowl. I think all in all, man, you probably woulda, coulda, shoulda had about 10 players from Colorado, legit, no doubt about it, player invites for the Combine. We got these 4. Happy for those 4. I know they're going to do their thing. And to the guys who didn't get it, it's not as much as a snub as it is. Now you have the opportunity to do your thing on your grounds and your terms at your pro day, that Colorado will host. And maybe they'll even, in addition to that, be a Big 12 pro day that they get to go to as well. And then they get invited to individual workouts. So I think, the Chedozes and that crew are going to still, get some often and in-depth looks. I think they should have been combine invites. Nevertheless, that didn't happen. And they're going to do the thing at their pro days. And as far as those 4 guys who didn't get invited to Indianapolis, We'll see which workouts they compete in, what skill sets they want to show. But all of it is going to still lead back to Colorado's Pro Day. Colorado's Pro Day is going to be just as big as the Combine as far as the number of teams there present and the number of personnel there from each team. I think all 32 teams will be represented in Boulder, and it won't just be one scout with one stopwatch. It's going to be a general manager. It's going to be somebody from player personnel. It's also be a one or two scouts. So look for Colorado's Pro Day to really have an impact for those guys who didn't go to Indianapolis. And it's going to represent another chance for the guys who did go to Indianapolis to do their thing on their turf, on their terms.
Absolutely. And you mentioned about 10 players you felt should have been invited. That wouldn't be anything too crazy, as Ohio State has 15, according to online reports. They have 15 guys. That's a new record from 2022 when Georgia had 14 players invited to the NFL Combine. So it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. I think it would have been it would have been justified to have those guys come there, the ones that you mentioned, like Will Shepherd and Shiloh, and maybe even a guy like Chidozie Nwankwo come to the Combine, just to see what they can do as far as the bench, the competing there and the 40 times. But like you said, that Pro Day, which is basically the same thing but set up on the campuses of each school. And, like you said, Coach Prime could be inviting other guys to come, other schools to come and showcase their talents, because it's going to be so much focus on Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, and the rest of the Colorado Buffaloes performing. So I think that's going to be a huge event. Will you be there for that coming up? Go ahead.
No, come
on. Let them know when you're going back.
I'm going to be there for Pro Day. I ain't missed
No. Sorry, hold on. All right, we just had a whole little situation going by. I had to put my camera on. I put my audio on mute. Now, I was saying, are you going to be there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'll be there for Pro Day, man. I haven't missed a Pro Day since Coach Prime been coaching. This is, and the thing about it, man. You look at like a Cameron Silverman Craig who didn't get an invite, to Indianapolis. What he's going to do, for Pro Day is going to still turn heads. It's the same workouts. It's the same opportunity. The same number of scouts will be there, and it's on your turf and your terms. When we get to Indianapolis, those 4 players they're invited, we'll see which workouts they choose to do, which workouts they don't do. Chico, one of the things I always say on here, the best indicator of future performance is past performance. So I totally understand, that there are standards and there are nuances of what may have never happened before. But I don't care if there have never been 10 from one team or been 15 from one team. Just like when it was time for the Heisman, and I felt that there should have been 2 players from the same school on the front row. It has happened before in the Heisman. You the quarterback and running back from Penn State there sitting next to each other. You had it with the Ohio State players before. And in this instance, when you look at the guys who I would say, quote unquote, got snubbed from an Indianapolis Combine invite, whether that would have been a new number, or just below a record, no matter how it would have been, man, invite the guys that are worthy of being invited. But again, I'm telling y'all, man, you got the prime effect, you got the prime tax, and both of them are going to work wonders for you and on you at some point in your life when you're affiliated with Deion Sanders.
Man. You said a lot there. I like that prime tax though, but it's really the truth at the end of the day,
Simply Genius said, your mama told you to keep it down.
I know. I put it up there. I guess you already see why you was My mom's in Alabama. I did speak to her today. She headed to Prattville, so see my sister. So much love to my mom's out in Alabama and my sister and them.
Hey, Air Teeth. When you say watch, a lot of scouts will be peeking in on CU Pro Day. Peeking implies, that you're sneaking and doing something. They're not going to be peeking. They're going to be standing there. They're going to be shoulder to shoulder. They're going to be monkey deep. Like it's going to look like a gang got there. You like that monkey deep, Chico?
Where'd that come from, dog?
Chico. When the time you seen one monkey by itself?
Exactly. They damn sure roll deep, though.
My monkey be deep. They gonna be monkey deep at Pro Day. It ain't gonna just be no 1 or 2 scouts. You might see 1 or 2 and be like, oh man, ain't but one monkey here. You turn the corner, they go 500 of them.
It's gonna be like the foot soldiers I told y'all about last episode. They come out of nowhere. You better dip up out of that thing. Oh man, Travis Hunter, as we talked about a little bit earlier, him going in as a defensive back, I think that's going to be. I think they researched that and said, what should we do that's going to benefit us more than anything? I think that he's going to work out also at wide receiver. Like I said, whether it's going to be at pro day or at the combine, I think he's going to not just put himself or pigeonhole himself as just a one-way player throughout this whole process, because I don't think that's his goal in the NFL. So whether they have him listed as just the DB or just the wide receiver, whatever, we all know that Travis is going to be playing on both sides of the football in the NFL, doing something that has never been done in this way before. That generational talent. That leads me to say this. Will he be the number 1 pick by the Tennessee Titans?
Absolutely. He will be. And I think when you look at even Shedeur being in the top 4, both of them being, of course, being in the top 5, I don't think there's anything they can do with this pro day that would even hurt that. I think all they're going to do is just solidify what people are already thinking. And who knows, you could have Travis in Indianapolis as a DB, but you can have him at Colorado's pro day with Shedeur as a receiver, because at some point Shedeur is going to throw and wants to throw to people, that he can trust, that he's been working with, which only improves the stock of a Wester, a Jimmy Horn Jr., et cetera, Will Shedeur. So I can see a situation where these guys participate in some cherry pick things in Indianapolis, but then do their full slate on their own turf, on their own terms when they get back to Colorado for the school's pro day.
Yeah. Any predictions as far as 40 times or anything of that nature?
Jimmy Horn is going to be fast, and Jimmy Horn is going to turn heads, and Jimmy Horn is going to solidify a position in this draft off his 40 time alone. And when you look at his 40 time and his game film, what he can do yards after catch, what he can even do on special teams as a returner, when they see his 40 time, there's some people going to be lining up to draft him.
Yeah. Dennis said, is the combine open to the public?
There are portions of it that are open to the media and that form of public, but not open to the general public.
Okay.
So, and the same thing with the combine that takes place in Indianapolis. It's an invite only situation except for media.
That one will be televised.
Yeah, it's televised, but you just can't roll up and be like, hey, I want to watch.
No, dog. Do you think the one in Colorado will be televised by any chance?
Man, knowing Coach Prime and the tentacles and reach that he and Smack Entertainment have, I would not be surprised one bit if this pro day in Colorado doesn't find its way on TV, whether that is covered by ESPN or covered by, and produced by Smack Productions, because at no time in history, man, you look when you got a Shedeur, Travis, Jimmy Horn, Wester, Shepard, Shiloh, Cameron Stillman, Craig, Shadoze, the list just goes on and on and on. It would damn sure be worthy of being televised, those workouts.
Yeah, and I'm sure it would bring the ratings and the viewers will come too. So it wouldn't be no drop off for any network. They'll be gaining by televising a daggone pro day at Colorado. So, we've seen different things like that happen before. You saw them break records when they did the spring game.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they double back and get Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter in their last official college type activity?
Absolutely. And Shedeur and Shiloh and others are back there now working out. And I imagine they'll be spending a lot of time there working out. And so when that pro day comes around and the combine comes around, these guys are going to be ready. But as I said, Chico, I think they're just going to affirm what everybody knows. I don't see them going out there and having the kind of day that makes somebody scratch their head and forget what they've seen on film and seen in college the past 3 years with Shedeur, 4 years with Shedeur, 3 years with Travis. I mean, here you got, and I know we're going to talk about it, Shedeur Sanders, all-time leader in completion percentage You know, I really got to see him run some cones? Like, you know, am I really concerned, you know, about him touching the line and in a shuttle drill, or I'm gonna believe what I've seen during games?
Yeah, I'm gonna believe what I've seen with my eyes and what he's put up in the games and the stat wise. And I had the graphic I put online. I should bring this up, but of course he is all-time leader in passing percentage in college football history over the two Coach Brennan from out here in Hawaii and Coach McCoy from Texas. Shedeur Sanders is right there. I think the percentage was 71.1.
Yeah, it was 71 something.
71 point something. So that's just huge, man. I think all the scouts, you know, would take notice of that. You're going to have a lot of haters and say, oh, he threw the ball behind the line. He threw screens. He did this. He did. Man, it's 71%. You know what I mean? It's the highest in college football ever. All of the quarterbacks who ever came through, they could have did the same thing if that was the case, but they did.
Absolutely.
Shedeur Sanders is number one, and you can't get no higher than one, dog. So you got to give him that prop.
And for the haters out there, you know, what I could push back and add into that, this was a guy who did it with a new offense coordinator every year that he played ball. This is a guy who did it with at least 2 of his collegiate years having a suspect or substandard or at least questionable offensive line protection. So when you stir all that into the pot, that 71.8 feels closer to 86.8. You know, and some of the more prolific quarterbacks, when you look at that list up under him, you know, we're down there in the low 60s and mid 60s percentage wise in their completion. So the best thing a quarterback can do, man, is not hurt you, take care of the ball. And that is what Shedeur Sanders has proven he can do in the past 4 years in college, is that he is going to have a high completion rate. Why would you not want that on your team?
Talk to me about how that could translate in the NFL.
Well, it's going to translate to just success of the ball moving down the field. It's going to translate to every 3 plays having a first down. You know, when you talk about somebody saying, oh, those are little short passes. So whether you got yards after the catch or if they're just tackled right there at the completion, you know, 3.5 yard passes is a first down. And so how you measure it, if you're getting a first down every 3 plays, before you know it, hell, you're on the 5 yard line of your opponent about to score. Like, who doesn't want that? Whether it is dink and dunk, whether you want to call it a game manager, and we know he has a deep ball, like we've seen that to Western, we've seen it, you know, to Travis and Will Shepherd. Like, so we know he can throw the ball deep. We know he can do check downs underneath. We know he can find a player in space to give them room to run. That's how you get a 71.8 completion record in all of the years that they have been tracking and keeping up with college football, which is over 100 years now. This young brother is number one. You can't shoot holes in that. It is what it is. It's like LeBron James being the all-time leading scorer. Oh, well, he played this long. Oh, he did that. Don't matter. Hell, he did it.
He did it.
He did it. And it had never been done before.
He ain't lying.
Period. Appreciate that, back there. But yes, man, I think it's going to translate into the NFL, you know, from day one, being that he's going to be a great decision maker. That's what I think this says. I'm a great decision maker. You know, I can read the defenses pre-snap. I'm reading the defense, understanding where I need to go with the football based off the blitzes, the coverages, what the safeties are doing. All of these things are going through his head, and he's able to decipher all of those things while the play is going on, before the snap and while the play is going on. So I think it's going to translate, you know, very well into the NFL. And if we see that drop off, shoot, let's compare it to the other guys who dropped off some when they got to the NFL. Well, that means that he's going to be a high 60. You know, he's going to be in the high 60s.
He'll still be ahead of them. He'll still be number one.
Exactly. He'll still be number one. So, you know,
but get this,
I'm
dog.
not worried about it.
Big dog Chico. And I know the answer, but I gotta frame this narrative up. So just give me your honest answer. As it relates to playing quarterback, we're sitting here in 2025, February 13th. Do you think February 13th, 2025, Shedeur is at the best he will ever be?
No.
So he's going to get better.
Yes.
So you telling me he's throwing at almost 72% and he going to get better? Come on, dog.
Talk to me.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
I'll take that all day, every day.
That's what I'm saying.
And twice on Sunday.
That's what I'm saying.
To bet that this guy who's number one right now is only going to get better, who comes from a Hall of Fame father, who's done it with multiple coordinators, like you said. I'm going to set him up, if I'm the GM or the owner, I'm going to set him up with the most stable, consistent position and people around him as I can, to put him in the best position possible. I'm not going to have anything, no in and out. I'm going to make the decision and let him sit and see how he can flourish with that stability, and see what happens then, because he's been doing it with chaos. Like you said, with the subpar offensive line, I'm going to put him with the best offensive line I can, and with a coach that he can become familiar with. They can create some of their own terminology and stuff, and we're going to see what happens. Who was that? Tom Mora and Peyton Manning? Remember the old offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts that was there forever with Peyton Manning? Yes, let's build that with Shedeur Sanders, no matter where he goes.
Love it.
Real quick, I know
that's what they're looking at as they decide where they're going to go. If whoever picks them, what's important to them is who is the quarterback coach, who is the offense coordinator, what is the age and contract structure of the current offensive line and current running back. Who are the receivers I'm going to be working with? Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, they got enough football acumen that they understand what it takes to have around them to add and accentuate to their success. So they're going to be looking at those things, and have already been looking at those things to see where the best fit is for the skill set. I think that what you have in those, top 5 picks, and as you got a Travis Hunter, a Shedeur Sanders, and a Cam Ward. Shout out to Cam Ward, also trained by Select QB, Darryl down in Texas. Those 3 young brothers are going in the top 5. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, they'll be gone. Whoever picking 6, you ain't getting one of them. Like, they'll be gone. And I think that they all have the opportunity to land somewhere where they can have not only an immediate impact, but they can have growth room as well.
Well, you mentioned that 6th pick. That's going to be the Las Vegas Raiders unless they move up. We've said before that we think that Las Vegas might be the best fit overall for Shedeur, but they're in that 6th spot. You said, hey, man, if y'all want it, y'all better move up. You better make some moves, and you should be already making calls or creating some packages to present to those other teams up there to be able to have the opportunity to draft Shedeur Sanders. That's the best fit for him. Do you think the Raiders feel that way? What direction do you think they're going with Tom Brady and the whole group up there?
I think they would love for Shedeur Sanders to be available, at the 6th pick. I think they would love to be able to sit back on their hands and wait till their pick comes and a guy like that is still on the board. But in the real world, that's just not going to happen, because the people in front of you are in just as much need as a quarterback as you are. The Browns have this thing going with Deshaun Watson, where the rehab has not been going according to plan, and not to mention the other issues. The Giants don't have a quarterback. The Browns. So when you're looking at the people who are in front of them, are you really going to depend on one of them to not draft a damn quarterback so you can get them at 6? I think the only way you get them, if you're the Raiders, you got to move up a couple slots.
And I think you shouldn't be shy about doing it. If you know that this guy's your quarterback, dog, put something together and go get the man and do what you have to do, because you know what could come with that. You feel what I'm saying? Little person that we was mentioning earlier who knows how to build a program. And we were talking about decision-making about Coach Prime and the importance of having pieces around him that can actually do the job and be productive. That's what he's been building in Colorado. As we've seen, some of those decisions that he's made in those first 2 years have been kind of plucked off by other programs. D. Lou going back home to Miami. Vincent Dancy going back home to Mississippi. Nick Williams went up to Syracuse with his good friend from Georgia, and other great pieces that Coach Prime has identified have been, as we've expected, has came into the program and left and went on other places they felt might be a better fit. But we've also seen Coach Prime immediately have a replacement for them, to where it's going to be not just it's going to get better. He's going to find somebody that's going to help elevate this program. And with the defensive line in the situation that is in right now with D. Lou gone, Coach Sapp said that he wants to be the icing, as he said on Wednesdays with Warren. He wants to be the icing on the cake of whoever comes into to start molding these defensive linemen. Whatever guy Coach Prime brings in, he's going to stand behind it and stand with them. Let's talk about that decision that's being made. Of course, we know who that is, but let's talk about the impact that person can make and the great decision of it, the impact that is going to make with the recruiting and with the fact that Coach Prime made this decision, which is once again going to elevate this program.
Yeah, I think one of the unique things that you have with this next D line coach is that you have a defensive coordinator that was in place. When
Yeah.
Rob Livingston was hired, the defensive staff was already built out. And so when he got on board, his room, his staff was already there for him. This is one of those first opportunities, unique opportunities for not only head coach Deion Sanders, but for Rob Livingston, the defense coordinator, to put their heads together in coordination in conjunction with Coach Sapp and kick some names around. And you better believe that between their 3 cell phones, that they know some guys that can coach at this level, who know how to coach and connect and get guys to the next level. So I think this is going to be an exceptional hire when it's announced. You look at when Dancy departed, and Coach Livingston, Rob Livingston, defense coordinator, along with Coach Prime, were able to, snap their fingers and put Hilo in that spot. When you look at Rob Livingston had offers, to leave, and he decided to stay and got a 2-year extension, making him the highest paid coordinator in Colorado football history. I think this defense is in good hands because the core group of it is intact. The philosophy of the defense is intact. The culture is intact. And when you stir all that together and add in who's coming on board for D-line coach, it's only going to make things better and stronger there. And so,
Bluetooth disconnected.
damn, you all right over there, Chico? Your mama calling you?
No, it said Bluetooth disconnected for some reason. I had it connected to the microphone, but sorry about that. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, but just make sure you're all right, because you get disciplined over there. Like I told you, dog, ain't no statute of limitations on breaking no church window. You're gonna pay for that the rest of your life. You're gonna have a lot of sleepless nights over that one. But I think that when people finally learn the name, and more importantly, learn the resume and the acumen and the accomplishments of the new D-line coach, you'll see that there's not going to be any drop-off. Like Coach Sapp said on Wednesdays with Warren, hey, look, man, the language ain't changing, the goals ain't changing, the way we teach ain't changing. Maybe a couple of drills get flipped around here and there, but the standard is the standard, and the standard ain't going to change, and he's going to be there to put that icing on the top of it.
He's a dog, too, that's coming in. Just know that, guys. You guys going to be happy with him. He's a dog. He's going to help expand this. I'm not even going to say too much. I'm just going to just keep watching. Stay tuned. We'll be talking a lot more about it. UNK and Chico Live, The Morning Run, You Tell Me, and everything else that you guys can tune in on this channel, Big Dog Chico's channel, the Pregame Show channel, and Dukes the Scoop channel to stay updated with what we have going on. Right here. UNK.
Yo.
Man, you've been doing a lot. You have a lot of stuff online on your channel. You got the mic'd up series going with the players. We just saw Big Ben. We got the Wednesdays with Warren going.
Yeah.
A lot of people been asking me. Why are you asking me? I go ask UNK. Will we be seeing a Marshall? What is it? Mondays with Marshall?
Could
be something right there, huh?
You might get Fridays with Falk.
You
might get Mondays with Marshall. You might get running back with the running backs. Like who knows? But I know one thing you're gonna get is you're gonna get access like no other. You're gonna get information like no other. You're gonna be plugged into the program like no other, because when it comes to the Pregame Network, Big Dog Chico, Duke to Scoop, like we're gonna take you places. And let me tell you this, Chico.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a lie, Deion Sanders told it. If it's a lie, Coach Prime told it. He was the one who told me, dog, your platform, name it the #1 source for in-depth Colorado content. Because Bucky does what he does, Darius does what he does, but you're the one who do the sit-down interviews with players and coaches. You're the one who talk to X's and O's and the football stuff. And no one else has that access but you. You number one at it, man. So put that in there. Okay. That's if he said do it, if he say it is, hell, it is. I ain't finna debate what it is. So we got a lot of stuff we're gonna be bringing you, man, and getting to know these new coaches and their philosophies and why they move the way they move. And spring ball will be here for you know it. First practice is Tuesday, March 11th, and practices will be on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We go for about 2 weeks, then stop for spring break, and then come back and run, you know, for like another 6 weeks, going right to that spring game, Easter weekend, April 19th. So, and then that portal opens. And, you know, you're going to lose some guys, but you're going to gain some guys. That's just the nature of college football going forward. But I'm excited about these new coaches, man, excited about the new names that are be coming in. And if you're listening closely, I did say plural. I did say names with S on it.
There it is. So y'all just stay tuned. It's gonna be real soon. That defensive line coach name breaks. So just hold your horses. It'll come. Just like when Marshall Faulk popped out, you know, and a lot of people jumped ahead of that. You know, he had to get some personal things done, and you know, negotiations and contracts and everything like that.
Like,
so same
even
thing
like
with
last year with Warren Sapp, you know,
yeah.
we knew Sapp was coming in December, and then all of January, folks said we were lying, and then February they said he still ain't there. You know, ain't no Sapp coming. Then, you know, just in time for spring ball, he popped up. What I would say to everybody about these hires, these new coaches, or even these position changes within the coaching room, please understand that right now it ain't football time. Those players are in complete hands of the strength and conditioning staff. In the next couple of weeks, you'll have 1 or 2 player-led practices, but the coaches have no involvement in that. When you get to March is when strength and conditioning turns the team over to the football coaches. So the football coaches right now, you know, are rotating some home time, rotating some recruitment on the road time, going through their compliance workshops and their coaches convention stuff. But when it gets to March, it'll be football time. And if you're wondering when Marshall Faulk is coming, guaranteed he will be in the building before it's time to be in the building.
Marshall. You mentioned the strength and conditioning coach has been announced today on the page, on the Colorado Buffs page. Is official now. Head strength and conditioning coach Andrew Swayze is in the building. He's been working with the guys past couple of weeks, and like you said, he's pretty much the football coach now. He's the head coach right now because they're with him.
Absolutely. And you know, if you follow, you know, Coach Prime's social media page, you'll see he ain't there. Like, you know, so
they're gonna be late Prime, dog.
Yeah, everybody tripping on what Neely, hell, the head coach ain't even there. So that's just what time of the year we're in. And when you see announcements like this that you already knew, right? And that he's been there working. What happens is these announcements, just the official announcements, you know, they just kind of coincide with the actual signing of the contract and the going forth from that matter. You know, like White, you know, had been in the known position of O-line coach, you know, for some days and weeks before it was public knowledge. But once they got to February 1st and his contract was in place, then you saw official information. And so that's just the nature of the beast. I know it's probably strange to some people that, oh, man, they announcing this on social media today. That dude been there 3 weeks now.
Right.
That's just the way that works, dog. That's just the way the game plays.
Let it happen. Let it happen. Running backs with the running backs is fire. So I would love to see DeMarcus Ware at D-line.
Hey, I would love that too, Valor. I would love that too. Beware, D-Ware.
I met. Dang, that's another quick story right there.
Come on with it. Bring it. Get it out.
No, I was just gonna say shout out to DeMarcus Ware, who's from who went to Troy University or Troy State back in the day in Troy, Alabama. Bumped into him out here in Hawaii during the Pro Bowl when he was at the Pro. What was that? 2008 or 9. Saw him and his family along with the other Pro Bowlers out here. So shout out to DeMarcus Ware. I also realized at that time Peyton Manning has a cranium. Shout out to Peyton Manning. That mug got a cranium.
So you know, the Mannings are more known for being from New Orleans, but really originate out of Mississippi. Archie is from a small town in the Delta called Drew. The Manning's mom is from Philadelphia, Mississippi, which is the center of the state. And so when it's time to be with the grandparents, essentially Eli, Cooper, Peyton, they all grew up here in Mississippi. You're going to see them somewhere between Drew and Philadelphia. But with New Orleans being their hometown where their dad played, that's where they claim is their hometown. I say all that to say, I've been around them Manning boys more than once or twice in my life. They not only got big hands, they got some big ass heads, but Peyton got a real dome. Like you are not finna get no headbutt competition with him.
No, it's all love, Peyton and Eli.
Oh man, all love, and I love what they're doing as siblings in their post career. If you're ever watching Monday Night Football, man, switch to their broadcast. Like it is hilarious. It reminds me of me and my brother hanging out together. The stuff they did with the Pro Bowl to try to keep that interesting. Shout out to the Mannings, man.
I watched the little kick competition that they did more than I watched the Pro Bowl events.
Yeah,
they had a little field goal kicking competition that was more entertaining to me than anything. So shout out to them once again. Let's go. I was going to ask about the tight end, Kelsey, but just a reminder, like Unc said, March 11th is the start for spring, practicing Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So get ready to get to know some of the new coaches, some of the old coaches you already knew about, and some of the new players that you're going to get to know, courtesy of the Pregame Network and so on. Y'all just make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Put your city and your state in the chat so we can get to that and give some shout outs. Spade Manning been up to see you. He lives in Denver.
I hadn't seen him. Like I think year one, when I say I haven't seen him, I think he was there. He was like filming something. Came up to do a segment or something. But he is in that Denver area, as much as those guys are really worldwide and live all over the damn place. They got houses everywhere. One of their Mississippi properties they just sold and had a estate sale for it. I was gonna go up there and try to buy some hats, but I knew they'd be too big.
Oh my!
Yes, appreciate that, Chico.
Caught that.
You caught up. You caught up with it.
You stupid. Oh man. What was I gonna go with that after that one? I got to follow up with something after that, right? What do I follow up with after that? Mesa, Arizona in the building. Oh, now.
Montgomery, we forgot to tell everybody to shout out their places, man. We do that at the top of the show.
Yeah, put your city, you state in the chat so we can give you guys a shout out before we get up out of here. We also got a super chat that came through from Miss Renee Rainey. You dig? You gonna read that?
Rainey $9.99. We appreciate that love. Hey, $9.99 is the same number backward as it is forward. We appreciate that love. She says we are going to have a great 2025 season. I totally agree. I received that and I believe it. I think it's going to be an outstanding season. Chico, let me hit you with something.
Hit him.
You look at that 2025 schedule. Give me a couple of games that jump out to you that you're really looking forward to.
Oh, let me see if I can pull it up right quick. But I know, let me see. At the top of my head, I like Georgia's the first game.
Yeah.
The first game. Georgia Tech, I think you mentioned it earlier and you mentioned on one of the previous shows, you kind of revealed that Coach Prime was courted, as my grandmother would say back in the day, by Georgia Tech to be their head coach. So he could have very well been in Atlanta turning things up at Georgia Tech, but apparently they fumbled the bag, right? Or dropped the ball or whatever they did. But Coach Prime ended up in Colorado. So that's going to be the first game and should be an exciting matchup there at Folsom. And I think that opening game is going to show a lot, whether it's going to be Julian at the quarterback position or the veteran Salter taking the reins at the quarterback spot. So I think that's going to be very exciting to see. First time Coach Prime coaching without Shedeur Shiloh there or Travis Hunter also. So I think it's going to be the start of a new era for Coach Prime and the Buffs, as we're going to be post Shedeur, post Travis into the Salter Juju era and see what they can lead this squad to. I think this squad is very talented and probably deeper than the squads in the past. So I think they're going to be able to probably catch those first couple teams by surprise because they don't know what to expect. Really, you just got a bunch of different talented pieces, and so I think that Georgia Tech game could be big for them to come for a breakout game to come get out there and showcase what they have on this squad.
Yeah. I love that one too. Typically those week one matchups are not one you would circle, but for all the reasons you articulated, this is and for me, it's not even as much about who's the quarterback going to be. I'm going to be all eyes on Deion Sanders. This is his first time coaching without his sons on the field. This will be the first time coaching and not walking a son to the end zone as a father and walking back as a coach. So I'm interested to see the impact that's going to have. And then the drama of the backstory. Should these bigger brands like ESPN or Fox watch the pregame network, they would know the backstory of how close that Deion Sanders was to coaching at Georgia Tech. And when you add all that in, it's going to make for an interesting matchup. And I look at the totality of the season, not having back-to-back road games, I think is very nice. I look at that BYU coming in, can we get revenge from that bowl game? Also look for when we play Iowa State because they were tops in the conference last year, but we didn't get to play them. And then that long road trip to West Virginia. Can't wait to see how that unfolds because that's a strong team as well, and you're going a long way travel-wise.
Fun fact about that game right there, West Virginia. Shout out to my first cousin, Rod West. He's the cornerbacks coach at West Virginia. Just got called up and promoted this season from Appalachian State. So shout out to my first cousin, Rod West, doing this thing straight out of Alabama State University, HBCU in the house. You know what I mean?
Renee Rain, I see your comment about Coach Prime could walk with the new QB. You may recall when Ryan Staub played the game in place of Shedeur, they didn't do the walk because that's not his son, and everybody's, he didn't walk with him. The walk was never about walking with the quarterback. It was about walking with his son. And now having no son on the team, it's going to be different to see how those pregame mechanics go with his first game, not coaching one of his kids.
Chico knows how to keep the head ringing. Call me Dr. Dre.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that was something I should, compliment. I am like, man, is that like an inside joke? You keep it like
it don't matter. It's all good. You know what I mean? Mike Lover, now.
Chico Barber, keep your shoulder warm. I know
that. Keep the heads ringing. Ring, ding, dong. 499 super chat.
Geraldo Ramos, 499. Said, y'all remember Hector Zeroni from Holes? He grew up to be Chico. Always digging with this shovel. Oh, now I like that.
I don't know Hector Zeroni.
No, I like that. I like that.
Who is Hector? Who is Hector Zeroni?
It's a movie called Holes. Go watch it. You need to put your shovel down, Chico, is what he's saying. You always digging.
I understood what he was saying. I was just asking who the hell is Hector Zeroni?
It's a character from the movie.
Commonly known as Zero, is a fictional character from Louis C.K.'s novel Holes.
It says it right there. Y'all remember Hector from Holes? He grew up to be Chico.
But
I told y'all before, chat. Chico can read. He just can't comprehend.
Holes.
That man read.
If it was, you knew the reference. If I didn't know the reference or anybody didn't know the reference, if it's the title of a show, it's supposed to be in what?
Man, this is damn text.
All right, then, God dog it.
It says, okay, look.
That's how I read. I read proper grammar.
Capitalized. Y'all remember Hector Zeroni from Holes. And you said, who is Hector? He's from Holes.
Vatos locos.
He can't comprehend, y'all. He can read, but he can't comprehend. I'm telling y'all.
See, I referenced this. If you would have said Holes, like movie quotation marks, I would have known it was a movie. But Holes could have been.
He wouldn't have.
He probably trying to say Holes or something else.
He didn't.
Crazy.
Reverend BJ Nelson, $2 super chat. 2025 season gonna have some post skirt. Ain't no damn doubt. Real. I think the talent that we bringing back, the talent that's coming in, the changes of coaching staff. I think they're gonna be calling you up because you got to call the reverend and call the police. Got to go to church or jail.
If you're scared, go to church.
Hey, go back to that. It seems like they flirt with Rev right there. There's like them little wavy hands.
That Hoes is a good movie. Where somebody flirting with Rev up in here?
Hey, Rev. Somebody say, "Hey, Rev, BJ. Hey, Sabrina. We see you
Say it
flirting
again.
with Rev in here."
How she said it?
Hey, Rev, BJ Nelson.
Say it one more time so I can clip it.
No, you got to just work for it. I bet you won't clip you reading that damn whole sentence. I'm gonna clip that one.
That's all right. That's all right. School is cool, Chico.
Oh, you read that. Look how you type it.
See, I can read that. I can read the ebonics sometimes.
That's how y'all got to type the Chico.
I'm still from the 2-7. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the red and the pink backgrounds be hurt my eyes on this thing. Columbia, South Carolina.
I get this one again, Chico.
Hello, Uncle Chico. Okay.
I read it, you comprehend it. Mama Tia, $50 super chat. Always much love, Mama Tia. Appreciate you. Columbia, South Carolina. Hello, Uncle Chico. Mama Tia waving, proud of you guys, rocking with you until the wheels fall off. We appreciate the love, Mama Tia.
She said wheels falls off. You got to put the S on it now. Don't be leaving your S's off. Y'all see Unc because the Unc ain't read. No. Yeah, prayers up for Mama Tia also. I think, like you said, she's going through her surgery and everything like that. So prayers up to her. You know, give her some super.
Hey, Sabrina didn't deny it. You see her just do some laughing emojis. I told you she was flirting with Real. Somebody said, "Hey, Rev BJ Nelson."
Mike Lovers, I was watching another YouTube channel. I can read that, huh? I can read. Oh my gosh. I can read it.
You ain't finished though. Let's see.
I was watching another YouTube channel. Boring. Had to get Uncle Chico going. You feel what I'm saying?
What you see I'm going on now?
I just added that in.
Okay, so when I take an S off,
just to miss it.
I get you added words. Hey man, I'll tell you, man. It's I be right there. The N word be right there. It be right there.
On the tip of your tongue, huh? I hear you. Let me see. Hold on. What do you guys think? We'll take the starting linebacker positions this year. Interesting question.
Yeah, that's the room that I have the questions about. Now pause, because y'all like to take stuff and run with it. I didn't say concerns. I'm not concerned about the room. I'm not concerned about what Coach Andre Hart has brought in. What I'm saying is, if we sit here, when you have that clear, developed talent at receiver and offensive line and D-line, I think that linebacker is an open competition right now. Like it can be anybody in that room. And so who goes out of strength and conditioning, who really makes a name for themselves when the pads come on in the spring is going to be more significant in that room than the other rooms, because I think the other rooms have a core base developed already. That linebacker room is wide open.
Wide open. I almost say it like something, but I'm just going to say wide open.
Like what? What else?
7-Eleven or Walmart at certain times. Wide open like that.
Waffle House
and the ATL, definitely wide open. I would look for my guy from Memphis, French.
Yep.
I think he had some great production last year at UTSA. Another small school guy, my guy Reginald Hughes. I would look for him. We've talked about this in the past. I like those two as my starters. Then you got to see what the young Salter can do, the younger brother of Kaden Salter. See what he can do out there. I think he can be a beast. Hell, he looks the part. Haven't seen a lot of film on him, but I also like another Hood. I like Trent Hood also, to have some contributions, and my guy from Buford. You got some linebackers who can make some noise. It's going to be a lot of competition there. So whoever got there and actually running to the football, making some plays, that's what I want to see. Running to the ball and making plays on the other side of the football, on the offensive side of the line, to get some tackles for losses. That's what I would like to see also. My spelling like Chico reading. Damn, he's good. Come on now, dog. Give me my sound man.
Come on now, dog.
I like the way you brought it down, man. I like that.
Oh, now. Also, we got some merch coming too. We got more merch coming. I'm working on some graphics for some merch. If you got a saying you want on the shirt, let me know so we can put it on there.
Now we gotta have the Unc and Chico silhouettes, the faces on there. We gotta let it represent, man.
All right, you said now?
Gotta have O now. Gotta have O now.
Hey, let's talk about this. Go to the NFL real quick. My guy Travis Kelce. We saw him. I think he needed 3 catches to pass Jerry Rice for the most catches in the Super Bowl. What did he end with? One catch in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he had 2 or 3 targets, but only 1 catch.
Yeah, who knows if he'll ever get back there now? But
Now
a lot of people
he did pass Jerry for playoff receptions, I think, but he came short on Super Bowl receptions.
Okay, well,
so I think he is the leader in receptions for playoffs, but he's still second in receptions in the Super Bowl.
Well, my greatest tight end of all time, Shannon Sharp, calls Kelce the greatest tight end of all time.
He clearly is.
He's the one, Ocho. 3-time Super Bowl champ, 9-time Pro Bowler, 4-time first team All Pro. Ocho, come on. He's the question is, should he retire or should he continue playing? I'm going to ask UNK this one.
From what I saw this season and what I even saw in the very last game, I didn't see any reason to retire. I think he still has plenty to offer, not only the NFL, but he has plenty to offer the Kansas City Chiefs. And his partnership, his chemistry with Mahomes just bode so well. I didn't see a lot of drop-off. I know Father Time is undefeated and there has been some drop-off, but I didn't see the kind of drop-off that makes me go, all right, Kelce, it's time to hang him up.
I wanted to interrupt you like UNK does Ocho when he's talking. I wanted to say he can't get open. That's why he only had 1 catch. He couldn't get the separation he used to. The Father Time is catching up with him just like everybody else, Ocho. He can't get open. Patrick Mahomes can't find him. If they can't do that, how are they going to move the ball? If he's the main receiver, if he's the main target for a guy like Patrick Mahomes, how are they going to move the ball downfield, Ocho? You can't rely on the fast track guy receivers on the outside. The running game is not there. What are they going to do, Ocho?
I just totally disagree with that. I mean, I disagree with so much I don't even want to damn entertain it. When I watched the Super Bowl and I watched the 3 targets that Kelce had, he had found the green grass. He sat down in it, and it was because of the pass rush on Mahomes that the ball didn't get there. The ball was outside his reach. He did his job. Kelce's job is not to stretch the field, is not to burn past people. It's supposed to be that second check down. It's like, okay, I know he's going to be sitting in the green grass in the middle of that zone, not moving, with cinder blocks on his feet. So let me read everywhere else and just throw right over there almost like a no-look pass. And it was the pressure to me that kept that happening, not Kelce. So, again, I didn't see a performance that said retire. I saw a performance like, hey, let's get back that next year.
Speed of get back. You think you should get back with the sister and not Taylor Swift?
All you got to do, and this is no slight to my European sisters in the live chat, but if you look at a profile picture of Taylor and a profile picture of his ex, one of them looked like 6 o'clock on the dial, and one of them looked like the letter P. I'm going with the letter P.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Ocho, I like a little meat on my bone too, Ocho. Yeah, Ocho, she gotta be 220. If she ain't 200 pounds, she ain't no woman, Ocho.
Hey, look at Marty.
180, she ain't no lady.
Look at Marty's comment. Look at Marty's comment.
If y'all want that P or that straight up and down, let me know in the chat right now, Ocho. Straight up and down P.
That P got that hump in it.
11.
When you look at the dial, when you look at the clock with 2-hand clock, and it's 6 o'clock, that's straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
That's straight up and down.
No lies.
Chico, you remember we were little? Cartoons really don't be for kids. You remember we were little and they had that character Foghorn Leghorn?
Foghorn. See, y'all be going over my head. I heard of that, but I don't know who the hell a Foghorn Leghorn is.
He was just roosting in the hen house.
Oh, the big rooster.
Yeah, the big rooster.
Yeah, come here, man.
Little female rooster always trying to holler at him. And Foghorn said, that woman is like the road between Fort Worth and Dallas. No curves.
They had the chicken, the rooster saying that on a cartoon.
Yeah, man, that wasn't for no kids, man.
Unbelievable. You know what else wasn't for no cartoons? Pepe Le Pew.
Oh man, Pepe Le Pew, he started the Me Too movement. He's supposed to have been locked up. Pepe Le Pew did not take no as man. No means no, Pepe.
Tell me this. I'm not gonna give too much information out, but I'm gonna give enough out, god dog it, because he gave me some bad advice. But his last name was Pew, right?
Yes.
And his nickname, he was a coach. His nickname was Pepe.
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew is what they used to call him because he used to be on all the girls at the school, all of them. That's Pepe Le Pew right there.
Okay, so now I want you to understand. So I know his last name was Pew, but Pew is like slang for stank.
Yes.
Lay is the man name was Pepe the Stank.
He was a skunk.
Yes.
Great name.
So I'm telling you, y'all calling out Coach Pepe Le Pew. Y'all calling him Stank.
No, his real last name was Pew.
But you put the Pepe Lay in front of it, though.
Put the Pepe Lay in front of it. Now he don't know that, though. We just know that he hopping behind every little thing.
You damn right, Air Teeth. This grown-ass man from Selma, Alabama talking about he don't know who Foghorn Leghorn is.
I don't know by name. I'm sorry, dog. I didn't know by name. I just called him the Big Rooster.
Foghorn
Leghorn. Let me see what y'all said in the chat. Y'all getting on me in the chat because I didn't know who that was. Chico, you better know. Man, I grew up outside. I told my mama we ain't need cable.
Oh no, I know what happened. I know what happened. Y'all TV was cable ready, but y'all wasn't ready for cable.
I need to write that down up. Write that down.
Y'all had that jack in the back, but wasn't no jack outside.
We definitely had a hanger on as for the antenna one time with the aluminum foil on that thing.
This, Chico. I spent summers at my grandma's house with all my first cousins. When you told me how all y'all was over there could line them up on the couch and get a whooping, ain't nobody paying for cable. Y'all is the entertainment.
We were the entertainment. Yes, she would say, "Get y'all outside and don't come back. Don't come in and out the door. Letting flies in. Letting my air out. Stay outside. Drink water from the hose."
Chico, we at the top of the hour. And I know we got a little time before we get out.
We had an hour already.
We had an hour. Put Keisha in love comment on the screen because I want to address something. And I want to hear from the ladies in the chat. Keisha in love. Ha, ha, ha. Pepe Le Pew is my favorite. He knew how to pursue his woman. Now, y'all know damn well if a man tried to Pepe Le Pew y'all and y'all didn't want him, y'all wouldn't be impressed. That black cat would be squirming, trying to get away from it. Come on, Keisha.
James from the neighborhood been trying to Pepe Le Pew you for years. And y'all been dodging and curving that man stiff on him.
Voltage been trying to Pepe Le Pew the chat since the show started.
Ain't nobody holler at my dog. Somebody get in T Voltage's inbox. All y'all pretty women with these pretty, what do you call it? Avatars and whatever you call it. What do you call those things? The little graphics. What do you call them?
It's avatar, dude.
Avatars?
Yeah.
That's the name.
Profile pics, avatar.
Profile pics is what I was looking for, though.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we at the top of the hour, though. Unbelievable. That was pretty fast.
Let
us know.
She's been single 12 years, so she would love her Pepe.
Damn. We're not gonna get into no
the damn chat. The chat never let you down.
Look at T-Voltage. Hey, he had to say I'm married tonight.
Wife
looking over the shoulder. Either wife looking over the shoulder.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. The way T-Voltage be here clowning, you must have got married last week.
Now he didn't got in trouble. He'd have heard. Wife
Why
probably was
your name?
Exactly. Why they always call your name? T-Voltage. Ain't that you? Ain't that your face? Your YouTube name? Isn't that what you be calling at night? No.
I'm not one to blackmail T-Voltage, but if you send in a super chat, we'll delete the chat log for you. Otherwise, we go assemble a T-Voltage highlight reel. I'm just playing T-Voltage. T-Voltage I got. T-Voltage always rock with us, man.
Most definitely. We appreciate everybody rocking with us who come up in this thing. We got merch coming. Y'all make sure y'all get ready for that.
Girls Club Inc. Pepe was not bona fide. Oh, he was bona fide stalker. I ain't see stalker. You right. My bad. I just can't sit here and let these women compliment Pepe, man.
Pepe was the man.
Was a felon.
He should have been. But some women like that. They want to be chased.
Hey, go back one.
That's crazy.
Inline James, he always rock with us too. Thank God I'm married because it's almost illegal to ask a woman for her name nowadays.
You got to go up to women nowadays, ask for let me get your Instagram.
T Vulture said we funny. Oh, now you try to laugh it off that T Vulture,
yeah.
T Vulture, blink twice if your wife in the room.
Hey, T Vulture sit back like, oh yeah, baby, they crazy.
They crazy. They be playing. They be tripping.
They be tripping hard. Let's go ahead and watch something else.
You're exactly right, Jermaine King. Positive K, I got a man. That was the cartoon the hip hop version of Pepe Le Pew. No means no.
Ain't got to do with me, right? He was a stalker. I'm crying, laughing. Right, Keisha in Love. Keisha in Love.
The tennis.
Now tennis channel out of San Diego, for sure, baby. We got a story tonight. I got a story to tell. We got a story tonight. I don't think we have a story tonight, unless y'all put something in the chat that just brings upon a story out of nowhere. I think we're gonna get ready to. Y'all going to have them on the couch, most definitely. What you want to leave us with?
Hey man, I'm gonna leave y'all with keep rocking with us. And 12 hours from now, it's gonna be time for the morning run with Dukes and Scoop, with Big Dog Chico and yours truly, Uncle Neely. So we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna catch y'all live again Sunday night for Uncle and Chico. But between now and then, we coming live Friday morning with the morning run.
Hey, for all of the ladies out there in the chat around the world that's listening in, and we know we have some beautiful ones out there in the chat that's listening in, inside and out. What we want to do right now is wish you guys a very happy and special Valentine's Day.
Oh, wait, Chico. Double blessed twin mom said you got to go read her super chat. I guess it got biased. Don't need no trouble.
Y'all make sure y'all go check out Uncle Chico live Sunday night.
Why are you talking like that, though?
And this the late night vibe, baby. This Valentine's Day, I had to give a special Valentine's Day shout out to all my ladies out there checking in.
Hey, I don't see the double blessed twin mommy super chat. She said we didn't read it.
Okay, let me see. All right, we got super chats coming in. Read this right here, Unc. Here you go. I'm gonna put
double
them up.
Blessed twin mommy with the $9.99.
Set them up.
What would be the best Valentine's gift that men are sure to love?
Ooh,
GTD.
You got the draws.
Get the draws, dog.
He ain't lying.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, hold up. See,
I got a pregame
show. I got a pregame show, Black Book right here. Martin said, Tommy, I have your Black Book. What does GTD mean, Chico? It says right here, GTD. What does it mean, Chico? Got the draws. You gotta speak up, Chico. The court can't hear you. Got the draws. He got the draws. He got the draws.
I'm gonna answer this one right here. Well, let me ask the question, Unc, and we're gonna get a little bit of late night live now. We're gonna go. Let's go after right quick. Hold on.
We're gonna go soldier on. You got big soldier, Chico.
What would be the best Valentine's Day gift for a man? Listen, let me ask you this, Unc. Should a woman show up in lingerie or nothing? Does it matter to men?
Well, depending on how far you had to drive to where you get to, some places in the projects, you can't knock on no door in no long. You might not have made it that far because there's some Pepe Le Pews out there, and there's some people out there who support Pepe Le Pew. So you might want to, whatever you're gonna put on, get ready to put on and take off at the house just for your safety, is what I'm saying.
Who said something about the projects, dog? You're not going to the projects. You're not 19, 20, 21 no more. Ride to the project, try to pick up Keisha and them. Have her come out the back door and sneak out. This is grown man you chilling. She at the crib with you. Does she come out of the room in nothing at all? Or
I
some
am
nice
reminded,
lingerie?
Chico, now that you have framed the narrative, I am reminded of an elder statesman and great philosopher of our time who goes by the name of P.D. Pablo. when he said, and I quote, "She know where her clothes belong, off and over there."
So I'll take it that it doesn't matter what she has on.
As long as it's off and over there.
As long as it's off and over there.
Over there.
I'll agree with that.
What it is said LaQuinta N time.
LaQuinta N up in this thing.
LaQuinta N, baby.
La Quinta or La Quinta?
Well, it's really La Quinta, but when you black, it's LaQuinta.
You ain't lying. There you go. I didn't know it was La Quinta.
I'm trying to trap you.
I'm just asking because I didn't know it was La Quinta until my Mexican homegirl said. I was like, "What you talking about?" Oh, you using La Quinta?
RT said, "Man, she can have her rollers, old nightgown, and house shoes with bunny rabbit on them. It's on.
Like Steve Harvey said, it's something about when women wear thong, and we don't care how big the woman is or how small. As long as that thong disappear up in that thing, it can swoop it up like a. Long as we know it's up in there, we all good with it. Y'all let us know birthday suit or something else in the chat right now because I see birthday suit, coat with nothing on. Ooh, that's that old school boomerang right there, ain't it?
How many cash apps you sending out tomorrow, Chico? I know you got a whole bunch of them you got to send something
to. Who? I took the Uncle Neely approach like you told me a long time ago.
No. I ain't told you shit. Don't try to hold on, dog.
I was about to say I break up with him in November.
Oh yeah.
Look, we go something. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't tell you what I do. I'll tell you what you should do. Yeah, you wanna right before Black Friday.
Somebody said in the chat, I'm a married man.
Yeah, you wanna shut it down right before Christmas shopping. Don't bring it back into after Valentine's Day. You wanna be single up through here, Chico. Let me tell you what's gonna happen, Chico. Here's what they try to do. Around Dr. King Day. Hey, big head, what you up to? They just trying to get in because Valentine's Day.
Don't they get nice?
Don't do it, Chico.
You're like, what? What's going on?
Same thing about mid-November. You start hearing from somebody you ain't heard from forever.
Yeah.
They know Christmas.
It's the 14th coming up. I see what's going on. Let me do some ignoring around this thing. Be like, you know what? I don't celebrate no Valentine's Day. That's what? That's a European holiday.
Hey, brothers get religious. They don't want to spend no money. That's pagan.
They get all Pan-African in, don't they?
Yeah.
We don't do these. We don't do these Western celebrations, holidays. My sister. Room smelling like with the. Come on, MDJ Original.
MDJ Original went off on them.
What Bernie Mac said.
But
baby. Well, he said it smells funny in here. Starting to take making my chest hurt. What's that smell up in here? Making my chest hurt, baby.
Well, somebody mentioned I Got a Man, that song by Positive K earlier. One of my favorite parts of that song, when she say, my man buys me things and he takes me out. And Positive K say, well, you can keep your man because I don't go that route.
Gorilla pimping going on over here.
A gorilla on him. Oh,
dude, yeah. A couple more super chats real quick. Like, we already did Geraldo or Geraldo. I
told you it's the comprehension. He can read, but he can't comprehend.
You're right. That's what they say. 2025. Let me see. We got Mama Tia. Did we do that one right there? Columbia, South Carolina. I think we did that one.
We did. We got Deborah Garcia membership. Yep, we did that one.
Mama did another $5.
No, we didn't do that one. That's back when she was trying to help you out, but you be starting stuff.
Oh, okay. Said Chico, what? How can I protect you? You be starting stuff. Oh. I don't be starting stuff. That's talk about the comment that was on your page today that said Unc and Chico are like who?
like Fred and Lamont.
Lord. And I made the incriminating comment by saying that means that I'm what? A big dummy.
You and Rollo. Dukes is Rollo.
Duke's gonna be Rollo. Duke's got the cool character. He Rollo.
Mama
Rollo.
Tia, I
LeBron
gotta
always messing up.
be honest with you, Mama Tia. Chico Show tried to blame you the other night. Like he couldn't read it, and he tried to say it because of the way you typed it.
God, here y'all go, man. Mama Tia, you know I love you. You feel me?
I sure couldn't tell the way you blamed her. Look how she everybody read that.
See that? She knows in her heart of hearts how I feel, and I did not blame her. So, shouts out to Mama Tia and all my other beautiful ladies in the chat for this Valentine's Eve. Make sure you guys get nice and oiled up for the night. Tell your man you love him. Do something nice for him. Doubly Blessed Twin Mom did ask earlier from Sanford & Son. Yes, asked earlier what would a man like? I would say this: just treat him nicely. No arguments for the day. Some good respect on the table at all times, and your man will be happy. Can I get an A, man?
Give a little respect. Keisha in Love is on Esther.
I didn't say that, Keisha in Love. I didn't say that. Yes, get all oiled up. Nay. Oh, now Nay. Nay up in this thing. I ain't seen Nay in a minute. Didn't you say something about her?
Nay oiled up in this? Okay, Nay.
All oiled up, looking like a nice Cinnabon. Yeah, sure. nice Hawaiian roll. Sweet Hawaiian roll.
She look like a Cinnabon.
She all oiled up.
Chico.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. Let's get into it.
Like that video I sent you before we came on there. Let's go get something to eat, dog.
Let's go get something to eat, dog. We're gonna be up and about this thing. Thank everybody for coming up in here, talking to us, joining in the conversation. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, coming all the other good stuff. Unc and I for the badass Uncle Neely. I'm Big Dog Chico Sleazy. And hold up, Unc. Let's read the last comments.
On the last part,
I did, but let's read the last comments. Chico done got hungry over there. You ain't lying.
Chico said she look like an oiled up Cinnabon.
Oiled up Cinnabon, boy. What? I almost said ready to eat something, but that would have been a little bit too Pepe Le Pew-ish. I would have said that. Oh, now?
I'm
gonna be at your ass,
I mean, Esther was a prominent character. I ain't saying you ugly. I'm just, somebody who was a regular. You want to be graded? You bubble? You be Donna. Donna was a pretty lady on there. She was pretty.
Is that I can't remember who Donna was. Damn, hold up.
She was a nurse. They were Fred's girlfriend.
Donna was so nice. Wasn't she nice?
She was. Donna was a nice lady, man.
And Fred would just get on her all the time. When Fred was just Fred.
Because Lamont was cock blocking.
Oh man, that reminds me. Never to be as Unc just said, a cop blocker. I was 10 years old. I didn't know my homeboy. I was 10 years old. I didn't know my homeboy was trying to holler at my girl cousin, right? I'm steadily in the way. Finally, my girl cousin leaves. My homeboy wants to fight me. I don't know why he wants to fight me, but he keeps saying these words, cock blocking. He's a cock blocker. I'm like, man, what the hell is a cock blocker? I go ask my uncle. He says, son, that's the one thing in the world you don't want to be is a cock blocker. So I knew from that early age, don't be a cock blocker. You could be anything else in this world. Don't be that.
I got another one for you, Chico. Something that you don't want to be, and it's the same part of the body. Me and my brother, couple my homeboys, we was up in Memphis, Jack State playing Tennessee State. We're at the Liberty Bowl. And we leaving the stadium. We're going out. It's about 6 of us. About 4 of us had to take a pee, right? So we, you know how them restrooms are, the stadium just wide open. So 4 of us go in, the other 2 stand by the door. The next thing I hear is some little kids laughing. And these little boys about 8 years old, and they started pointing at my brother, the other dude, calling them DWs. They in the bathroom and they ain't using it. They DWs. And somebody said, what's a DW? They dick watchers. Most definitely.
Like, why are you up in here, dog?
Why you in here and using it?
Why are you up here hanging out? This is not the lounge. And I do not want to have a conversation with you at the urinal.
Oh man,
What are we talking about?
We got DWs in here. We got DWs.
DWs.
So don't be a CB and don't be a DW for Valentine's Day.
He ain't lying.
Simple as that. Get you something nice and lay next to him, and y'all have a great time tonight and tomorrow night.
I'm gonna say it like the hood said, not Yvette, but Yvette Porter said only in Memphis. You damn right, Yvette.
We need help.
DW.
Even Mama Tia laughing at that one.
Don't be a DW.
Can't be a DW or
Chico. What was your cock blocking like? Were you just in the room and wouldn't leave, trying to play games?
I just didn't understand that he was trying to get at my cousin. I just didn't understand that at the time. I'm just young, you know what I mean? And so he was older, and she was older.
The ball outside and like tell you to go get it. And, you keep coming back.
I just know. I just remember being it was just being the third party, the third wheel. And yes, I'm sure he probably tried to get me to do some, go outside or something. But I'm not. I want to talk to y'all. Like, man, get the hell up out of here. No, it's too hot outside. Oh,
hey,
no.
He go $1. Go to the store.
Nah, there ain't enough. Just want to sit around in our face, boy. You ain't got wait till she leaves so I can break this down to you, dog, because you can't be doing this. This last thing you need to be is that right there. So,
Coach AD, we appreciate that, man, but you got to understand, when we get to this part of the show, technically we off the air. We just still talking. The show over. We
need to make this for members only right here.
For CBs and DWs only.
Y'all get all of the references.
That's just because we're fixing money, Lord.
I probably was back in those days. Fix me a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Little peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Y'all don't sleep on Larry Williams, man. Larry Williams has some funny ass comments too now.
He ain't lying. Yvette is cool with me.
I'll tell you, man, ain't no Yvette in the hood. It's Yvette.
Chico's looking out for his cousin. He said her cousin, but his cousin. Y'all must be on that Rapid Reserve. I wish tonight. What time is it? You know what? Yep, I gotta go, guys. Sorry, I forgot. We started this show early tonight so that we can get out early.
You did have an appointment.
But we well, you slick, ain't it? You quick.
I just said you had an appointment.
Why you couldn't say I had a previous engagement or a reservation?
You called it
or a meeting.
I said an appointment, and now you're making it something. You're making it something.
That just means sounds so doctorish.
Okay, I'm sorry. Chico got something to do, y'all. He got to go.
Slick Vic date. A slick V-Day date.
Hey, Larry, he taking out on the 13th, though. You know that means side piece.
Hey, for all the ladies out there that don't know, if you don't get a call tomorrow, that means you are what? The what?
The side piece.
The side piece. My side piece. My side piece. All right, we're going to be up and about this thing. Appreciate y'all joining in. Y'all know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that other good stuff. Peace in the middle. Sure.
I ain't even going to let the beat drop. They hear that sound. They know what time
it
is.
I said, don't come in here stick Chico.
Yes, sir.
We'll come back stick next week.
Uncle Chico.
Come back stick Monday.
Live and
direct. Oh, my God.
Uncle Chico. International concert.
Another live. With Unc and Big Dog Chico.
United Nations of Chico.
Let's go, baby.
It's another one. It's another one, baby. It's another one. Another live. With Unc and Big Dog. With Unc and Big Dog. With Unc and Big Dog.
So get ready for it.
Unc and Big Dog Chico.